I'm Brenda Stolier.
And I'm Danielle Gonzalez.
And this is an Inside Beat Breakdown.
And today's topic is going to be all about Tinder. Tinder. For those of you who don't know, Tinder is an online dating app. How it works is you download it, and based on your geographic location, you can set up to a certain mileage and age range. And it takes people's Facebook profiles.
So that way you can't get, or so they say, you can't get catfish.
So you say you can't get catfish. And you can swipe left or right for them, depending if you like them or not. And if you swipe right for them, and they also swipe right for you, then it's a match. And it opens up a special messaging board where you can interact and talk to the person. So today we're going to talk about how Tinder has changed our dating culture.
I'm sure you can hear from stories from the past from your parents and stuff of how nice it was to be asked out on a first date and go to
a movie,
go to the diner or something,
have a malt shake at the malt shop or whatever it is.
But whatever, nobody got the you up text, basically. You know, it really has gone from this very polite and cordial way of, is cordial the right word? Yeah.
You worked your way and got to know the person.
Right.
Now it's
now
it's just the complete opposite. Let's maybe get to know each other after we hook up.
So yeah, I think that we've evolved into what we now know as online dating. And Tinder is
a driving force of that culture.
Definitely.
Because of this lack of human interaction, we're not as comfortable approaching people, and we almost have forgotten how to act like real people with other people and treating people with respect and things like that.
Getting to know them.
Getting to know people.
Tinder, you know,
it makes it acceptable to literally send someone a peach emoji and expect sexual favors in return.
Yeah,
but I think there's that huge millennial backlash now where we're this is not what we want anymore. It's not.
We started to realize that we've become very okay with suppressing our feelings and not admitting whether we do like someone or don't like someone, because we think that's what's acceptable and we think that that's the way to go. But in the end, we end up confused and alone and sad.
Listening to Adele. But we've had enough. Inside Beat has had enough. So we decided to do an experiment using Tinder, and basically what we did was we reached out to about 8 men and women who we work with, know, and basically we had to use Tinder for 15 minutes every day for a week. People definitely exceeded that limit and got a little obsessed.
150 matches?
150 matches in one day. And we had them come back with basically what their thoughts were, what their experiences were, their horror stories, their success stories. And we basically got feedback from that and had a social experiment and learned a lot from it.
So we're going to start with positives. A lot of the people actually had some cool stories and some good outcomes.
A lot of feedback that we got was that it was a huge confidence boost. Definitely when you find someone attractive and you swipe right for them on Tinder and you guys match, it's of course you're going to feel good about yourself. And the more matches you get, obviously a bigger ego and bigger confidence boost it is. So a lot of people felt like it was a really good self-esteem booster.
There really are success stories. I actually know a couple that celebrated their 2-year anniversary a few weeks ago, and they met on Tinder, which was great because nobody really, I don't think
it's not that common.
It's not that common. There really are, if you're looking for that and you find another person that is looking for the same thing as you, then
it's possible.
It can happen.
I think it's time to talk about the negatives.
Dun, dun, dun.
So obviously we touched upon this before, but Tinder just enables the hookup culture. I mean, that's what it was made for. Granted, yes, Tinder was made as a hookup app, and that's what it should be used for.
That is definitely one thing that is very important to consider, is that the quickness of it, the convenience of it,
that's what it was made for.
It's made for that, and people are still using it as that. So That's why we say, like, when you do start using it, you should proceed with caution.
So another negative that we found was that even if you are looking for that on Tinder, chances are the fact that you're on Tinder, you're automatically labeled as someone who's just looking for sex. This is another thing we learned about Tinder. Camera angles are everything.
Oh my gosh.
And photos can be so deceiving.
One of our friends that tried out Tinder met up with this kid that she matched up with, and she thought that he was so adorable on Tinder.
His profile.
Like, straight up 10 status, I would say. And then she saw him in person, and it just went to, like, a 6, maybe? A 5,
She
even.
just wasn't feeling it in person.
She really wasn't. We're not superficial here at Inside Beat.
No.
Because I don't think that you should necessarily base that off of, you know, a person. I think that their personality could make up for
That's definitely
personality's
probably one of the most
the
important
most
things.
important. Personality is like the most important thing.
But then there's also the people who take their picture with a really
someone.
hot friend.
Oh my god, cute
Don't
one.
do it. There are people who will like you for you.
Don't get your friends.
Do not get your
Don't use
hot
your friends
as
as
bait.
bait. Yeah, for real.
It's not fair. So this is something else that's on Tinder, which I was very surprised to hear. There are sugar daddies on Tinder.
Anybody need their tuition paid? Don't jump in front of a bus.
So she matched with this 55-year-old man, and he messaged her saying, "What's up, pussycat?" And she asked, "What are you looking for on Tinder?" He goes, "To be honest, I would be perfectly fine with a no-strings-attached relationship with someone to take out on dinners and go on trips and obviously sex. He would be willing to pay for travel expenses, rent,
Just
food,
financially
take
care of her.
You know, you don't need
Across
Sally Mae,
the
just get a
board.
sugar daddy."
I think that right now we're in a time where everybody's open to everything, and that's fine. So we're just letting you know that Tinder's just another way to find it, and it's out there. So we're gonna
give you some
tips
that we learned from
don'ts.
people in the experiment, what they liked, what they didn't
And what we learned too.
What we learned too.
We're admitting it. We went full force with this experiment.
Put a shirt on. Like, we just really don't need to see all of this business. And then, like, pull your shorts up too, like, and with the whole, like, V thing. We get it. You are male. What else? Oh, and your butts. I've been, like, mooned on Tinder too many times. Why are you flashing people on Tinder? Like, no one wants to see your butt. For girls,
Many.
but guys under, I've seen, like, guys under 6 feet. No?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Short guys need loving too.
I'm sorry. What are the odds that you're so tall that you absolutely cannot date a guy that's under?
You could be missing out on your soulmate because he's 5'9" instead of 6 feet.
It's rude. It's rude. Oh, and if you're like, "I'm so funny" in your bio,
put a joke in there instead. Or, like, sometimes it's the ones that, like, aren't expected to be funny that are even funnier.
Yeah.
Prove your funniness through your verbal communication.
Cheesy
Quotes,
lyrics,
movies.
song. It is not 2006. You do not put song lyrics on your Facebook status. You don't put it in your Tinder bio.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the next sky?
So basically what we learned from this whole Tinder experiment thing was that online dating is inevitable. It's gonna happen. We are so dependent on technology. People move across the globe nowadays, work with people internationally, you know, constantly moving. It only makes sense that dating, which is a big part of people's lives, would move online with everything else.
It's helping you also learn about what you want personally for yourself. So depending on what you want, I mean, it's okay to have casual hookups. It's okay to want a relationship. It's okay to just explore everything, you know? So at the end of the day, it's just important to use the app that caters to your need.
And that's it. We wish you luck. Have a good time on Tinder.
Swipe safely. Have fun.
All right.
And also don't blame us if things go wrong. That's all we ask. Thank you.
Don't blame us. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. We're out.